What is going on, fam? This is your main man, Ben, here. And today is Friday, guys. I just want to give a quick shout out. I lost track. I think it's the fifth week of this pandemic. But then again, we are here. Another day on earth. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. Currently, we are having our, I believe it's fifth podcast, video podcast, at least with this current setup that we got, man. And I think we are 100% on what we want, on where we want to be, at least method one and method two. So, pretty stoked up about this new dynamic mic that we got. It's amazing. There's still a lot of testing that needs to be done, but overall, remember that method one and method two that we did. The method one, that's what we're using right now in the initial review that we did in this mic, and it really depends on the preamps. So right now it's directly connected to the Sony A6100, and it's a Saramonic preamps. So preamps are Saramonic, excuse me, they're decent, but then again, it can only handle certain amount of gain. When you crank it up a little bit more on an upper level, then it will introduce a lot of noise. That's what the last review that we had, unboxing, it pretty showed up on the last part. But in the second method, the laptop and the Behringer one, it's much more cleaner. But I need to refine the OBS because this is a lot of shots that I test, and it introduces a lot of, like, in the audio part, there's like a lot of like second noise, so a second voice. But that's more on the OBS setting because OBS is free, but it's not simple setup. Well, it is simple in a sense, but if you introduce third party connections such as the audio preamps, microphones, headphones, then you're gonna have to configure that and sync it as one unit, including the cameras as well. But then again, we are, I think, 100% on where we're at right now. And it's Friday. It's Friday. I'm glad it's the fourth video podcast that we got, man. And um, news about the stimulus check, I think, is going to be starting to roll out on next week, at least April 13th or 14th, based on the news that I read this morning. And that's a good thing. Help for the community, for the people. 10 million Americans should be starting to see that, hopefully. Although the ones that will see it more quickly are the ones that has a direct deposit. So automatically you will see that in your direct deposit if you opt into that one. And that type of method, direct deposit versus receiving the physical check in your mail. And I believe the mail would start roll out around last week of April, around April 24, 27, if that was correct in the news that I read article this morning. But yeah, now with regards to this stimulus check, man, I mean, a lot of people are not really into it. I don't know why. For some people, we just think about, you know what, it's free money. It's not all that. If you ask me, I am onto the side of, government's doing something. We are going to pay about this one, but we are in need of assistance, and we're living right now. So, all in all, I'm glad because there's a lot of people out there that's struggling more than us. If we thought we had it worse, then there'll be a lot of people in the streets or people with employed under small businesses that is not working. So they are hit hardest right now, guys. So my sympathy on that one, and I believe that's going to be a lot of help for the community itself. And to that, I am grateful. I'm very grateful. So 1,200 is a lot of money, and it can buy you, groceries, clothings, and for tech geeks, for those single people right there, man. We're going to talk about how you're going to spend that money. How you gonna spend that money? 1,200 quids. How you gonna spend that money? Money. So, if you're technology geek or computer savvy, you probably laid out in your head. I mean, at least for me, men. That's how we do it. We plan it, we scout it in our head, we orient ourselves, we train it, mindset, and we go for the kill. Like, I want an A6100 camera. I know what I'm getting. I'll buy it. That's how we do it. We plan and we execute. Women are different. They are totally different. Cheers to all women. I respect y'all women, man. I tried to talk to my wife about that. You want to talk about shopping? Oh, she firmly refused. And yes, she did. So what I'm talking about is women are different because they will shop, window shop, and they will find a different type of breed. For example, we go to Nordstrom. There's a makeup kit in here. You know what? There's better one in Mac, right? 2 floors down in the mall. Let's check them out. When you're there, you didn't like it. You're going to go to another one. Oh, I think Macy's got something. You know what? Let's go there. I'm not bashing any ladies, but that's just their mind, yo. That's how they work. That's how they programmed. And it's a very intricate laid out plan that they got. It's amazing, though. It's amazing. But on top of the list for that 1,200, man, I don't know. Save it. It's good to save it. Don't put it in stocks, because stocks not that good right now, depending on how you want to do it, how comfortable you are with stocks. But for me, practical usage, live in the now, stash some, save some. I was in the fence of getting those DVR, digital video, or the digital audio recorder. I'm stuttering, man. I just realized I got Saramonic directly hook up in my camera or deal with, method 2, laptop and the Behringer. So I figured out I don't want to go to portability right now with the podcast. I just want to stay in the basement. I don't want to go out and set up and put a mic and stand and, lighting and the camera. So I did not opt up in that one. Rode Procaster or the Podcaster is nice. The main unit themselves. But I figured, I got these 2 units, man. I mean, the Saramonic and the Behringer, once again. And the Behringer, I got a good deal on that one. It's like $40. Right now, it's like $120. That was 2 years ago, though. I bought it under, I think it's a manufacturer, a big store in America. But it's amazing how you can get and start your own podcast. And if you may, soon enough, I will be interviewing some folks in a couple of next episodes, man. It's just that our flexibility right now, it's not that good because of the current situation. But hopefully, when all this laid out and end, we're going to have some good stuff. And yeah, speaking of that, we're supposed to be in Mexico this week. Just because of this pandemic, then we are grounded here, man. And but another day in Earth, another day alive. So this is the one that we are looking at, man. And I'm just stoked up. It's Friday. When it's Friday, it's always good. It's always happy because it's gonna be fam day. Man, Beckett's birthday is approaching. He's going to be 5 years old. My boy is going to be 5. Half a decade. Amazing. But this is what we got today, man. And one more thing, though, on shopping. I'm going to post a link on the description. This is for the more avid shoppers, online shoppers. Since the introduction to this thing, I have been introduced to this by my buddy like 5-6 years ago. It's called slickdeals.net. I'll post a link in the description. Basically, Slick Deals is a forum of people that puts deals on different store in one website. So, for example, Home Depot got this nice snow blower and they have a sale for like $200 off. They put it in there. People that's looking for snow blower can see it in there. How it works is that you log in, sign in, and make an account in Slick Deals. Make a email alert. For example, in the alert, you say snowblower or specific model. And when that comes up in Slick Deals, it'll shoot up an email to you. It happened to me a lot of times when one instance that when I purchased the iPad, I purchased one in the Apple online store. But then again, Slick Deals posted the night when I purchased it. So I was still able to cancel the Apple order, and it saved me $1.20, $1.50. And that's a lot of money. And that just show how flexible is that email companion in Slick Deals, and make it more easier for online shoppers to deal with. But I'll post a link in the description, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. This is just a quick hit on our podcast 4, and I hope you guys are healthy, stay healthy, keep working out, and meditation helps a lot in this type of event in our lives in this generation, and definitely it'll raise up positivity in your soul and your mind, and that's very important to combat whatever you have. If you're infected or not, nobody really knows. Nobody has quick access and testing kits. But always remember, guys, God is good all the time. You have a great weekend. Peace out.